Yes. Nirupam, why don't you? Well, I've already said you're from West Bengal. You want to say something briefly about yourself? Introduce yourself to everyone.
Oh, let me first introduce myself. I am from India. My province is West Bengal, and I live at a small town which is actually satellite town of Kolkata. Kolkata is a metropolis city. My satellite town is named Kullani. So I live at Kullani, West Bengal, India. And to tell further, I have last year got a case of the reincarnation type to investigate, which is about 60 minutes time distance from my hometown. And by time distance, I mean the time required to reach there normally. This is the time distance, about 1 hour, 60 minutes time distance from my hometown to the village of the subject who seemingly remembered a past life. Now the subject is already adult. She is a married woman with a daughter. Her age is currently 37. And I interviewed her for the first time back in 2023 when I went to that village and took interview. That's how my investigation took off. Anyway, let me first introduce myself with a little bit on the Unit 1 topic here in your Science of Reincarnation course. As far as I have studied, I just posted to reply emails or something like that in the post discussion forum as to your first two questions. The first question being about Ryland O'Banion, the case which is typical in this book, and the second question being about what exactly is reincarnation, or what can be the common definition of reincarnation. That's a very delicate question. It's perhaps one of the toughest questions. Of course, this question is important in my opinion because if some common answer can be available, it will very much help modern science. I believe modern science is seeking some common answer because describing reincarnation in a way different to the Hindus. Likewise, Jones also describe reincarnation in quite a different way. Actually, Buddha rejected the concept of soul as used abundantly elsewhere. Buddha rejected the definition of soul as used in Hinduism. Buddha rejected the definition of soul as used in Jainism. So even inside India, there arose contradictions. Buddhist philosophers contradicted Hindu philosophers and also Jain philosophers, and huge contradictions took place in the history of India. And I have studied a bit about it thanks to Wikipedia and other material also. I have personally studied mainly three Indian religions. First is my own religion, Hinduism, and then I studied Buddhism. And when I entered the internet, then I managed to study Jainism also, and even Sikhism is another Indian religion, which also believes in reincarnation. By the way, that's my philosophical background, and I have tried to address this question, the question of what exactly is reincarnation. I have tried to address this question from my personal background. However, I have realized that the definition of soul in animism or animistic societies is quite different from the definition of soul elsewhere. I have realized that the animistic society gave some very new perspectives. In fact, in their terminology, soul is very different to spirit. But in India, soul and spirit are considered the same thing. And also the self. In my equation, in my country, the equation is soul is equal to spirit is equal to self. You can write it like A is equal to B is equal to C, where A is soul, B is spirit, and C is self. Whatever is soul is also the spirit, and whatever is spirit is also the self. That is the definition prevailing in India. Perhaps actually this definition is very much alive in India. But when I entered into your demonstration of animism, I found that they defined soul as something greater than spirit. They defined soul as embodied spirit.